everyone, and welcome back to A Marie Cards. We are going to be doing our weekly reading for Easter week, so 4/20 through 4/26. For some of you, 4/20 has a different kind of meaning to it, but yeah, so this is for basically Easter week. We are already almost done with April. I can't believe we're already almost done with it. So let's get going. It's been a very busy week, very emotional week for me this past week. So it was a decision to come back and do the cards anyway. So let's see what we can get. I thought I saw one that just flipped, but maybe not. No, not yet. All right, let's see what we got. Let's shuffle and see what we have for the collective for this week. April 20th through April 26th. That one was trying to, ooh, interesting. Two of Cups. Some relationship things going on, possibly, maybe. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. April 20th through the 26th for the collective. Let's see. Oh. Cards are a little feisty today. Kind of like when it's like you're shuffling and they almost come out, but not quite come out. That's what's happening right now. A lot of them almost coming out, but then kind of going back in at the last minute. Oh, this one flew out. Ooh. Oh, okay. Huh. I might have spoke a little too soon. Okay, let's see what the third card brings, shall we? Hold on. All right. For the collective, April 20th through the 26th, 2025. What is happening here? I'm very interested to see what this third card's going to be now, because, oh, Eight of Coins, which would be the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like I need to explain this Death card, because people see this card and they freak out. This is actually, to me, as far as the major arcana goes, this is one of the least scary cards. A lot of people see this one and go like, oh no, does that mean death? Okay. Usually, no. Very rarely does it mean actual literal death. What it usually means is the closure, the ending of some kind of cycle, relationship, process, something. I already have a message coming in, and it sounds very, what's the word I would use? It sounds almost kind of like callous in a way. But I'm just going to say the sentence that popped up for it. Basically, if you accept that this thing is gone, like whatever this is, if you accept that it's gone and you allow that chapter to fully close, and that could be just walking away from a situation, that could be having some kind of talk with the person, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship, it could be a coworker relationship, but something that is very emotional and important. If you allow this to just kind of close, kind of, you know, don't try to hold on with all your might, just let it go, you will get something else in return. So the Eight of Coins corresponds to the Eight of Pentacles, and this is kind of like things starting to come about and things starting to you know, grow. So the Seven of Pentacles is when you're first watching the seeds, kind of, you're watching them. You're saying, okay, I planted them. I'm waiting for them to come up. The Eight of Coins is when they first start to really come up. And that is, of course, the moment where you don't let up. You kind of go, you know, a little bit harder on the fertilizing, and you take better care of them so that they can grow into your Nine of Pentacles, or in this case, Nine of Coins and 10 of Coins, which is the goal. So there seems to be some kind of tie between, like, letting go of this connection and almost getting like a trade-off. Like, if you let go of this baggage, then I'm almost getting the feeling of you'll get a reward in return. And I know that sounds really like messed up, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. So again, coming back to the death card real quick. Again, it does not mean, usually, it doesn't mean literal death. It simply means the ending of something, and it usually also corresponds with the beginning of a new chapter. So when you see the death card, you look, of course, to see what other cards are around it. This seems to be in order. I don't always pick up on cards being in some kind of chronological order. This seems to be in a kind of order. That I'm also getting the feeling that by clearing this out, it's going to pave the way for this to start coming together. So it could be that a connection is holding you back. It could be that you not letting go. It could be the connection's already gone, but you have not completely let go of it yet. You're still kind of holding on by a thread, or holding on by the skin of your teeth. And they're like, look, just let it go. Just let it go. We promise if you do, something else will be coming in its place. But you have to let it go. And the thing is, I don't get a feeling of this having been a horrible thing. I'm not getting that feeling at all. I'm not getting the feeling of this was a bad relationship and good riddance. I'm not getting that feeling at all, which is what makes this all the more harder to do. Because I don't get the feeling that this was a bad relationship that needed to end and was, physically, mentally, and emotionally, draining. Or maybe it was, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't a major thing. I'm not seeing like really big, like, oh gosh, this is draining your entire life force and your soul, and this person's an energy vampire and all. I'm not seeing any of that. It's just, I'm getting a picture of you kind of being on one plane and this other person being on a completely different plane. It's kind of the either wrong person, right time, or right time, wrong person kind of situation. It's not a fault of either one of you in this exchange. It's just, it just couldn't work. You are on two different planes of thought, planes of being, and it's not serving either one of you anymore. So that's why the death cards popped up, and they're like, hey, if you start focusing on these other things, you'll be fine. You're going to be fine, and I think that's why this card actually trips people up a lot, because again, half of the people think that it's literally about death, but the ones who do understand it know that it means, oh gosh, that means I gotta let go of something. Yeah. But this is actually, if I had to get some kind of ending card following the Two of Cups, which of course is a relationship card, most of the time romantic, but any kind of relationship. If I had to get any card that was kind of indicating an ending after the Two of Cups, death would probably be the best one, because you could have gotten the Ten of Swords, which is really brutal. That would have been brutal. Or you could have gotten the Seven of Swords, which would also be brutal. That would indicate a really dark ending. Or a Five of Swords, basically almost any of the swords. Or a Three of Swords, any of the swords would have indicated a really darker kind of ending. This seems to be almost a mutual understanding that neither of you are going to be able to get to where you need to go together. That sounds really bad. I know that sounds really bad, but neither of you are going to be able to get to where you need to go together. That's it. In order to get to where you both truly want to go, it's going to pull you in two different directions, and you have to be okay with that. You got to be okay with letting that connection go. And it might not even be a literal person. It could be an ideology that you have. If we're going to look at it from the spiritual side, it could be an ideology that you have. It could be an idea that you have. It could be something that you are just as passionately tied to as if it's a person. It's holding you back, hon. It's holding you back. And it's not, if it's a person, they're not doing it intentionally. This isn't someone who came in trying to do any kind of harm. They just have their own things that they have to solve, and you have your own things that you have to solve. I kind of almost want to get a clarify. I said I wasn't going to be on here long, and I lied to myself and to all of you. I almost want to get a clarifier for this one. Let's see. Can we clarify the death card, please? I'm pretty sure I got it, but I just... Oh, yeah, okay. Death card was clarified by the Six of Cups. Yeah, you are stuck on how things were. This is a nostalgia card. You've been stuck. This is pretty straightforward. You are stuck on how things were, and you're not going to get forward and start moving toward. This isn't even the end of the line. This is like the second, like the third to last, like stop before you hit, like, you know, payday, so to speak. So this is just to get you to the point where you're on your way to payday. You're going to have to let this go. You are really tied to the nostalgia associated with this. There's a tie that you have to, so this could be a long-term relationship that you've had. This could be someone that you were childhood friends with. That's heavily implied with the Six of Cups. It has to do with nostalgia, childhood, things like that. It could be a dream that you had since you were a kid. It could be a friendship that you had since you were a kid or since you were really young. And it's just, you've grown apart. You've just grown in two different directions. And that's okay. That happens. It's okay. It's okay. I actually want to clarify the Eight of Coins too. Hey, can we clarify the Eight of Coins / Eight of Pentacles, please? It's okay. I know you're like, no, I've had this idea or this person or... Oh, wow. Okay, so we got two major arcana cards for this one. We got the Emperor and we got the High Priestess. We're getting a lot of cards today. Clarifying the Eight of Coins. So essentially, yeah, in order to grow into who you're fully supposed to be, one, the two messages from here is like, one, trust your intuition. Deep down, you kind of know that this has to end. You know, like somewhere down in the deep depths of your soul, you know this has to end. Because in order for you to become fully who you need to be and really get this Emperor energy on, so to speak, you're going to have to let this go. That is not the easiest message to get, I know. And right when I was saying that, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, which was interesting. But you have to let this go. I promise you, you're not going to fall apart. You're not going to fall apart. You will be fine. If you just have to remember who you are and remember what it is that you're aiming for. But there's something bigger. There's something bigger. And this will just keep you stuck on a more kind of mediocre kind of track. It's not that it'll be bad. That's the thing. I'm not getting any feeling of this being bad. It's not that it'll be bad. It'll just keep you on the mediocre track when you're really destined for a lot more. So I guess you have a choice here. You really could just kind of stick over here if you really want to, but there's a lot of this that you're going to be missing out on if you do. But the overall message seems to be you're going to have to let this go, either this relationship or this idea go, and allow that to fade away and allow the new to come in so that you can start really getting whatever this is going. I know sometimes these readings are not the most... you know, a lot of times you guys want to come in here and probably want to see like the really fluffy, happy stuff. And the last couple of weeks were a little bit more happy, fluffy. But this one is pretty straightforward. Whatever this is, it kind of ended in youth. You've outgrown this. You've outgrown this. You've outgrown it. I'm getting the song by Fergie, Big Girls Don't Cry. Go listen to that song and it will really like kind of encompass this. If you know the song already, you know it definitely encompasses this. That would be the song theme for this reading. Fergie's Big Girls Don't Cry. So that's it. We put a lot of cards today. I sat there and said this was going to be a short reading. It's one of the longest readings I've done. I lied. I'm sorry. So, but when I get messages, I have to show them. So thank you for checking in. Sorry I kept you a little bit longer than usual, but Spirit, the universe had a lot to say about this today. I wish you all the best. Have a great and productive week. Be safe out there. And yeah, don't worry don't worry about this. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, you guys. It's gonna be fine. You'll be good. All right. Okay. You take care. Be blessed. I'll see you next week. Bye.